Hello and thanks again for joining me for another Starfield video, where today we're going to be having a look at the Wanderwell, which is a ship that you can only get by picking the kid stuff trait in your character creation. So as long as you've done that, then what the kid stuff trait allows you to do is to go visit your parents, and that is the landing bay in New Atlantis here. Your parents' place you will find in the residential district. You can fast travel there once you've been there before. Or, if you haven't, you can take the Nat. And you want to go to the residential district. And you can do this as soon as you land. You can go visit your parents. You don't need to go and drop off drop off the artifact or any of that stuff. Don't need to do any of that for your first visit. Okay, so we want to go to the Pioneer Tower. You can see there's a sign there. There's the Nat. So it's, if you fast travel in here, it's going to pop you down about here as well. Just going to turn to the right and go straight over here. And there's the Pioneer Tower. So now a lot of people say that you know, you have to keep on coming back and just keep coming back, and you know that there's all different requirements, and that you need to go to the lodge and you need to get a message at the lodge that tells you that your parents want to see you. While that's, you can get messages at the lodge that tell you that your parents want to see you, that's not necessary. You can just rock up. Now on this character we are level 15. I've already been here a couple of times. But basically you can come here at level 1 and you can pick up the backpack that's going to be here. There'll be a note on the ground, which I've already picked up. At level 5, you can talk to Dad, and he will give you Grandpa's meatloaf recipe, which will give you a 2% XP bonus if you cook it and eat it. At level 10, you can come and talk to Mum, and she'll give you Grandma's spacesuit, which is not too bad, a spacesuit starting off. And then at level 15, you can speak to Dad, and he will have news. So I'm going to skip through most of this. So basically, he's talking about he played poker and he won big.
Honey, this is my moment. So finally what you better, but the big kicker,
it's real, sweetie.
Well, there's no way.
So he's won a ship. And he's given it to you. So as soon as you turn level 15, you can come and grab this.
All the paperwork's already been taken care of. Keep it.
Okay. So now the Wanderwell is ours. And we can now go back to the spaceport. Okay, so we're back at the spaceport. So now, before we do anything, we are going to go into settings. So I'm going to show you a trick. Now, I've mucked around with the difficulty settings. It doesn't seem to have that much of an impact that I've noticed. But you want to make sure all of these autosaves is turned off for what I'm going to show you, because if you get an autosave in the wrong spot, it's going to mess things up a bit. So once you've done that, okay, that's my current ship. We're going to speak to the tech, view and modify my ships, and I'm not going to go into the ship builder. We'll show you the stats and everything later on, because modifying the ship is also going to mess things up. We're just going to make it our home ship, and we're going to exit out of there. Exit out of there. Alright. So we're going to come up here, but we're not, before we board. Okay, here we are technically not boarded. Once we go through there, we will be boarded. We are going to put down our quick save. And you'll see it's quick saving up the top there. If we have a look, it says Jamison. We're not technically on the ship. Now the reason we want to do this is because this ship comes with a randomly stocked armory when you first get it. So when you're bored, you'll be facing this way. That leads to the cockpit. We're not going to touch anything in here. We're going to turn around, come through here. Come through here to the armory. And we've got these weapon racks. And they're currently empty. Sometimes they'll have something in it. Sometimes they'll be empty. This first time that you're bored. Sometimes there'll be something in there, which there is. Sometimes there'll be something in there. Sometimes there'll be something in there, which there is. Other times these might all be empty. They might all be full. Sometimes you might get a legendary weapon, or you might get a rare or epic. But anyway, if you're not happy with what you got, then reload your quick save. So say you come up here and it's empty, well then you got ripped off. Reload your quick save, and we'll board again. So in we go.
Time to get this ship moving.
Turn around, come through. All right. What do we got here? We have. Okay, we've got an epic there and a rare. We got nothing in this one, nothing in this one. Got a calibrated Grendel there. Okay, calibrated Eon. Alright, so once you found something that you don't mind, you can take it. Alright, now what you're going to want to do now, so the reason we want to disable that autosave is if it saves when you enter this ship, then you're going to be stuck with whatever's there. So you don't want that. So we're going to come out, and once again the autosave will save when you exit. You don't want that to happen. We're going to come out. We have our newly acquired weapons. Okay. Now, I mean, you can load and reload. I've just taken those just as an example. But once you've taken the weapons that you want, we're going to talk to the guy again. And we can swap back to our old ship, make it our home ship. Make sure you exit, and then you can go back in to view and modify. Back to the Wanderwell, make that your home ship, exit out, and now we can do the same thing. Come up here, we're going to drop down a quick save, and then we're going to enter. And the armory should repopulate. Now this will only work about sometimes 3, sometimes 4 times. Once you've taken stuff out of it about 4 times, it won't repopulate anymore. So if you're not happy with that, that's all we got this time. See, the cases are open this time, but that's repopulated. Not happy with any of that, then reload your quick save till you find something that you're happy with. But just to move things on, going to take it, and you'll also find money down there. There's 172 credits there at this stage. So what I'll do now, as I said, changing the difficulty did not seem to make a lot of difference. What does seem to make a difference is the level. And we're going to do, I'm going to load in a save from a level 20 character where I have not gone and gotten the ship off of Dad until level 20. And we're going to have a look and see what the difference is. So it does seem to make it a bit easier to get higher tier weapons or better quality weapons at 27. So we've loaded in now on a level 20 character, already wearing Grandma's spacesuit, and we are going to make the Wanderwell our home ship for the first time. Exit out of here. And now we're going to do the same sort of process. We are going to chuck down our quick save. Up there.
After you, Captain.
Turn right around. Come through. Come through again. You can see the cases are closed. Here we have a AA99. Now that is pretty hard to get at level 20. I've done this reload countless times, but it's quite a lot of stuff in there this time. So we can take all of that. We haven't even opened these yet. That's empty. That's empty. That's empty. So we can do the same thing. We can go back down, switch into our other ship, and switch back again, and do that 3 to 4 times before it'll stop respawning. Okay. Or if you didn't like what you got, just reload the quick save. So now I'm going to show you a level 55 save, and this is my New Game Plus character from my first run. And with this save, I haven't done anything yet. I've landed in New Atlantis and I've gone straight to Mum and Dad's place. So if we have a look here, we've not done anything. Nothing. Nothing's done. Okay. Simply picked that one up just by running past people to get here. And that's our first mission in New Game Plus. And we're level 55. Have not been to the lodge. Have not spoken to anyone about Mum and Dad at the lodge. So this conversation is going to pop up the first time you visit Mum and Dad, no matter what level you are.
Honey, we got ourselves a visitor.
I'm going to skip through it.
Oh my God!
Not that we're not thrilled to see. Is everything all right?
Okay, and now in the New Game Plus, you've got this Starborn option. Not going to worry too much about it.
Constellation?
My child is. Didn't I always say? Oh, in life you need because you don't. Oh, but you didn't get. And you're wrong.
Easy, honey. Why don't you settle in?
Okay, so once again, you pick up the backpack. It's not that great at this level. We can talk to Mum when she stops yakking. So she'll have a few things to say. So skip through all that. And then we exit out of there. Speak to her again. And
I knew it. I won't press. I know you didn't live in this apartment. Your bed is off, but you can stay.
I didn't say I appreciate it. Okay.
Anything you want to talk.
Now we can exit.
You has made my day. Sweetie, I was just thinking.
So now we get gran-gran spacesuit.
Left home at an early. Really? Every time once I got most formidable. I don't know.
So we're already, because we're level 55, we are over the level 15, and therefore everything here is available.
You need anything?
There's gran-gran spacesuit.
I missed you so much.
Okay, now we can talk to Dad. He'll give us a spaceship, and we can talk to him again. Well, actually, he's going to have some words first.
Don't you worry yourself. Your numbers. I've got some news.
So we need to go through all this dialogue first. Congratulate him.
Enough about that. I mean, stay.
And now we can exit out of that and speak to him again.
Do I have
And here is the news.
Your father has been as
anyway? So, you know... Do I? Well, I was in... After I...
honey.
This is my moment. So finally... What are you... But the big kicker...
It's real, sweetie.
Well, there's no way. And then it...
Okay.
Your expression makes... All the paperwork's already been taken care of. Keep it, sell it...
Alright, so the ship's ours. Talk to him again. He'll give us Grandpa's meatloaf recipe. I'm not going to worry about that right now. We're going to head straight back to the spaceport. Okay, and as you can see, I mean, I haven't even unlocked these areas yet. Okay, haven't even been to the mast. Okay, so you don't need to do anything. As long as you've got the level requirements, you can get the stuff off of Mum and Dad. Alright, so we're going to talk to this guy, do and modify my ships. We are going to swap into that for the first time. Make that our home ship. And when I say first time, I mean first time for this New Game Plus character. And we're going to do the same thing. We are going to chuck down our quick save. Now, I have noticed that on the New Game Plus character, once we've taken stuff out of it, it does not seem to respawn again. So we get one go. So we come up here. Let's have a look. That's empty. Okay, we got rares. Nothing in there. Now these two here, now I've done quite a bit of testing, and I've reloaded these quick saves a number of times. These two here are typically going to have the same thing. It's going to be an advanced AA99. There it is. And that is going to be a refined Varun Star Shard. So even if you luck out on any of the rest of this stuff, it's I'll reload this anyway, just to have a quick look. But you're pretty much always going to get at least the AA99 and the Varun Star Shard. So, I mean, right off the bat, before you've done anything in your New Game Plus, there is a couple of weapons for you straight away, because you start your game without any weapons at all. And then it's up to you what you do with the ship. So we'll come through, see what we got this time. Maybe better, maybe worse. Nothing there. Nothing there. Here we've got 2 advanced mag shots. Okay. Advanced AA. Okay. Varun Star Shard. Nothing. So, alright. And once we take these, it's pretty much not really going to restock again. Though I have occasionally noticed that sometimes it may. But not very likely. Now the credits down here are less than the first run in New Game Plus. I think the first run was 170 something, and it's always going to be that amount. This time around it's only 86. Alright, so let's have a quick tour of the ship. So we came up here. Straight forward from when we come up is the cockpit. It's nothing too exciting. That's just some stuff that transferred over from my other ship. We don't have much in here. This is a captain's quarters. It has a bed and it has a nav table. Doesn't have anything else. Doesn't have a kitchen. Doesn't have any workbenches. It does not have passenger spaces or crew spaces. This is just like a companionway. There is our docker. Well, actually, this is, I think this is just the docker itself. So in the armory itself, we've got a little brig here. So we can open the door here. And it does have a bed that you can use. However, once again, and this is all part of the same hab here, nothing really exciting back here. No passenger slots, no cruise stations. So we'll just quickly go to the ship builder and we'll just have a quick look at the stats of the ship. Now, keeping in mind, okay, not that one. All right, so we've got 2 ranks in payload. That's going to change the amount of cargo. Let's see. Do have 1 point in astrodynamics. So that is going to change the jump range.
You should inspect your ship for heat leeches.
So I'll have a look.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, so here it is. So 30 jump range. Well, realistically, it's a 27 grav drive, which is not bad at level 15. And these stats are not going to be any different whether you get it at level 15 or level 55. So, you know, that's a decent grav drive. We've got a 20 reactor, and now sometimes with the 20 reactor it'll say 20 and it'll say 21. It does that on my other ship as well. And it changes. I don't know why. The shields. Okay, realistically the shield is 455, but because we've got some points in shield skill, it does bring that up. The cargo is closer to 800, I think. There's a 300 going to the shipbuilder. There's a 300 there. We've got another 300 there, and then we've got 200 in the cockpit, along with our only 2 cruise stations. Okay, so there is no companionway. That is the all right, so that's the captain quarters. That is the armory, and that's pretty much, that's the only hubs it does have. So there's your docker, the shield. A lot of this is just fluff. Doesn't do much. Weapons are not that great. It's just got 2 of these, and it's got this one EM weapon. That, yeah, I suppose it doesn't do too bad a damage for a really early ship, but I'd be changing those out. But with the grav drive and the reactor, this would probably be a pretty decent ship that you could use instead of the Phantom 2 in my previous build. Engines here. Where's our fuel? So there's the reactor. Where is the fuel tanks? Landing gear. Fuel tanks must be hidden somewhere under here. Actually not seeing any fuel tanks. Ah, of course. There they are there. They're these ones here. So, they're not too bad. They are a bit heavy for the amount of fuel that they carry. But this here is just cowling. So yeah, there's your fuel tanks. It makes them blend in pretty well, seeing as I had trouble finding them. But there we go. That is the Wanderwell. That is the tricks that you can use to get yourself some weapons out of it. Is it worth it? Is it worth taking the time to do all the loads, all the reloads of the quick save? Well, that's up to you. You might get lucky. You might find a legendary weapon first go. You might be there for 2 hours reloading it. But in any case, you can at least walk away with some sort of weapon and a little bit of ammo. But that's going to do it for this episode. If you did enjoy this episode, please leave me a like or a comment down below. If you'd like to see more, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.